the Casay Gallery with Anthony Casay, who is a resident of Maui.
Hello, Mary.
Hello. Mr. Casay, how do you feel about painting in Maui?
Well, painting in Maui is, to me, the most beautiful thing ever happened, because the scenery and the weather, the people, and everything makes it so wonderful. So I get all the material I need to be inspired here. Yeah.
I don't believe you. There's some beautiful parts here in Hawaii.
There's a lot of beautiful women too.
Okay, Mr. Casay, where do you get most of your ideas?
Well, I go out looking for a spot, different spots all over, and Honolulu, Kauai, Maui especially my favorite one, because the scenery here is incredible. The people here are incredible too. I found that I found a lot of friends here, a lot of people that are able to acknowledge a simple person. And that, to me, it's very significant, and that's where I get my inspiration.
We're at the Casay Gallery in the bottom level of the wharf in Lahaina. With us today is Anthony Casay, the owner of the gallery and also the artist of the paintings you can see behind both of us. Anthony, you've been out of town for a while. You've had a lot of work that you've had to do, and welcome back. And how have you been?
Beautiful. First thing I like to say is aloha to all of you, and aloha to you. And it's a great privilege to be back, because this island happens to be my favorite one.
Obviously, because of the paintings that you do.
Absolutely.
Could you tell us a little bit about the paintings of Hawaii that you do? There's a lot of that goes into all of your work. Could you tell us a little bit about what your feelings are when you do a painting about Hawaii?
Well, first of all, you know, you have a lot of moonlight scenes like the one we have over here, which is a common thing, you know, here. There's no moon in the world that looks like this, you know. It only happens in Maui and the Hawaiian Islands. And I think it's, you know, the best idea to show people that have never been in these islands, to let them know that it's so much beautiful and so much beauty, not only in the land, but in the sky, and at any time of the day or in the evening.
Great.
You know.
Anthony, we know that you were supposed to have an art exhibit in London, that it was moved back a little bit. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, they had some problems, I guess, maybe the weather or something, but my show was supposed to be on the middle of November, and right now it's been postponed for March, the end of March. You know, this is an O'Mell Galleries in London, England, yeah, which I'm looking forward to go back there.
Great.
It'll be a little cold, but...
So are you kind of taking a break in between working and traveling right now?
Well, right now, yes. Yes, and after the show, of course, I'm taking it easy. And I brought my daughter with me and some friends, and we're really having a good time. And being here with all of you, you know, I mean, what else can I ask? You know,
it's obvious you like Maui very, very much.
Incredible. Yes, I live here, too.
Right. Your paintings reflect that. I know that you have to travel an awful lot.
That's right.
And you're not able to be here all the time, so actually it's kind of a treat for Maui to have you here and for us to be here and talk to you.
Absolutely. Well, you noticed I got laid twice. That happened only about 15 minutes.
Those are very beautiful.
Beautiful. I couldn't be happier.
How about your art show? You had an art show in Los Angeles. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that show was incredible. It had such a turnout. It was, you know, I was amazed. The only thing is that they ran out of paintings, you know, because they sold them all just about. And for the show, I think they had only about 8 or 9 left. But, you know, it was a beautiful turnout, and nice people. It was fantastic. I enjoyed it. And this one here, of course, is always beautiful, you know. People that come here. Yes.
That's true. Oh, for Channel 7 at the Casay Gallery in the bottom level of the wharf in Lahaina.
Because artists, perhaps more than most of us, are inspired by nature and by beauty, all of this has for centuries been a powerful and challenging subject. Challenging because it is, perhaps, the most difficult of all subjects to capture on canvas. The themes are vast, like the ocean itself, constantly changing, restless, and always in motion. The great beauty of seascape paintings is that there is no definitive style. Great artists bring their own interpretation to this ever-changing and magnificent theme. A unique painter of the sea is Anthony Casay. His workmanship is faultless, choosing a method that involves immaculate draftsmanship allied to a most demanding glazing technique. Anthony Casay achieves the near impossible with truly luminous skies. A moon that actually seems to glow as the light fades, and his breaking waves totally transparent, cool and inviting. He adds his own personal dimension, a notion of mysticism, a dreamlike quality, slightly surrealistic. His composition is imaginative, yet totally sound. With his marine life studies, the chosen position of his horizon makes the superb painting, combining all the diverse Casay talents: sky, coastline, rocks, water, whales, and even the bottom of the sea. These are magnificent studies, certainly no mere aquatic illustrations. His attention to detail blends perfectly with his painterly skills and artistic flair, producing truly memorable seascape canvases.
On this edition of Bayview, the Monterey Show visits with Anthony Casay. An internationally known seascape and landscape artist, Anthony Casay was a young rock and roll star in Mexico City before turning his talent to painting. Come with us as we visit Anthony Casay.
It's hard to remember, but I must have been about 9 years old, 9 or 10. And I started fiddling around with colors and things, and before I knew it, I was creating some things and painting. And the first paintings I did were seascapes. And I'm sure I was about 10 years old then. Little miniatures, watercolors. I guess it's a different way of expressing something that we all wonder about. We're always trying to find an answer. There's no human being alive that is not interested into space and the wonders of space. And so, since we can't all go there yet, maybe I'll just bring it a little closer to us so they can all maybe share a little bit of maybe imagination, maybe reality. It depends on how you look at it. We all have a photographic memory. It's just a matter of using it. And like when, you know, I go away in my travels, I look at things, I look at trees and the water and sky, people and everything, and I can still recall sunsets that I saw, beautiful sunsets in Oregon, in Hawaii, in several places, and so I try to use them as much as possible. Sometimes I do some sketching, or I do take a few pictures depending on the landmark. If you have something that's really a beautiful landmark, like here, the 17-mile drive, the Lone Cypress Rock, which is absolutely fabulous landmark that identifies Carmel. I mean, I have to take some pictures to make sure that the painting looks reasonably well. Well, the so-called Casay wave, someone just decided to give it a name. I wanted some action, real action, so I had to go and photograph the ocean. So I got in the water with my camera, and I took about 100 different pictures, and this particular one was excellent. And I chose that one to be and become my trademark, which I still have. The photo is fading and everything, but it's very interesting. So that Casay wave literally comes from the actual ocean. It was a real wave. So it's just that wave came to me, that's all.
A La Jolla Art Gallery is expanding, and its premiere exhibition will be this Saturday. KUSI's Mike Castellucci takes us to the Moonlight Images Gallery for a sneak peek at an art exhibit unlike any you've seen before.
You don't have to look up to appreciate this moonlight image. All it takes is a walk through the Moonlight Images Gallery. These paintings are by local artist Anthony Casay.
He's famous for his Casay wave, and as they call it in Hawaii, his Casay moon. There's nothing like it. He was walking, I don't know, about 20 years ago and saw the moon, and he painted it exactly like it is in Hawaii. And he's been known for the Casay moon.
Christy Casay runs this new La Jolla gallery. There is only one artist represented here, her father.
He's actually the master of the seascape. He started painting over 30 years ago professionally.
You know, Casay is really famous for his seascapes, and there are probably about 80 of them in here. But some of his paintings look good enough to eat, like that one right behind me.
It's amazing. You just want to grab them, especially with the peaches. There's a still life that we have here, which there's peach fuzz. You can actually see the peach fuzz.
If you look at his sunsets long enough, you can almost catch the sun setting. Casay is called the most talented seascape, landscape, and marine life artist of our time. And he's here in San Diego. Mike Castellucci, KUSI Entertainment News.
Boy, they just jump off the canvas.
They really do. It's like almost like you're there. Yeah. It's amazing.
Proceeds from Saturday's sales, at least part of them, will go to the Humane Society.
It's early morning in La Jolla, but the sun has already started to set.
Then I start actually painting at 6 in the morning. And then it just goes on, because I'm an early riser. I'm a morning person. It's just weird sometimes.
Tony Casay never brushes an idea aside. Instead, he'll brush it on.
See the sun right here.
Creating sunsets, landscapes, moonlight images. His paintings are world-renowned.
It's always a challenge. Every single time, it's a challenge. I love what I do. And it's very creative. I enjoy creating. And I have to make a living.
Tony Casay gets to his studio overlooking the La Jolla Cove as the sun comes up and starts painting. And he just sits up there and paints. Yep, Tony sits here and paints 7 days a week. Well, sometimes he'll take a holiday off, but not often.
When I'm doing a painting, I'm ready for a next painting, and I have so many ideas. I don't give myself enough time for myself. I don't give myself a break. And I'm working on that, so yeah, I'm gonna take a vacation soon.
From his studio, Casay can hear the ocean. It's inspiration that comes in waves.
The wave, yeah, it is my trademark, because I took a lot of pictures in the ocean one day, and I decided that was that one photograph I liked very much, and I thought it would look good in my paintings. And I've been doing the same wave for many, many years.
He's been painting for 30 years. Other artists copy him, but no one seems to capture the ocean with the passion of Anthony Casay.
I'm still learning. Every time I'm doing a new painting, it's like it's the first one I've ever done.
In La Jolla, Mike Castellucci, KUSI Entertainment News.
prolific.
Very, and it just that quality, that translucent quality of the water. I mean, you think you can see through it. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's starting those things, and you look at the beginning of it, and think, well, okay, that's nice. You see the finished product, and it blows you away.
It's amazing.
This is News 8 at 5.
Well, ahead tonight on News 8, we'll have the latest on a daring burglary involving some rather large and valuable paintings. A major heist in La Jolla early this morning. Thieves broke into the Moonlight Images Gallery and made off with 2 expensive Anthony Casay oil paintings, each worth $30,000.
The paintings basically had the same frame format as this one. There were actually 3 just like this, circular, and they were placed here. One was here and the other one was here. And they're fairly heavy, pretty heavy pieces to carry out by yourself.
They were part of a series of 6 original paintings commissioned by the Save the Whales Foundation. Police say the theft took less than 30 seconds.
They took 3 months to create, but just 15 seconds to steal. Police say 2 paintings valued at $30,000 each were stolen from a La Jolla gallery last night around midnight. They were part of a 6-piece collection by local artist Anthony Casay. Police believe the thieves jimmied the lock, lifted the paintings, and were gone within 15 seconds, indicating it was either an inside job or the gallery had been watched for some time. A break-in at a La Jolla art gallery has left it minus 2 one-of-a-kind paintings. The artwork was stolen from Moonlight Images Gallery in La Jolla late last night. They were part of a 6-piece collection by local painter Anthony Casay. Each painting was valued at $30,000. Police say the theft only took a few seconds, indicating it was either an inside job or the gallery was closely watched for some time.
Nothing else was moved, touched. Nothing else was done. So they just pulled out the lock, moved right in, got what they wanted, moved out.
Police are still investigating the case.
Some thieves made off with 2 original paintings reportedly worth tens of thousands of dollars each. The heavy paintings were apparently hoisted off the wall of the Moonlight Images Gallery in La Jolla in just seconds. The works are part of a series by artist Anthony Casay. So far, police have no suspects.
A local artist's attempt at saving the whales has been ripped off. Yesterday, employees at the Moonlight Art Gallery in La Jolla showed up to find the lock ripped right out of the door. 2 original paintings were missing. They were originals from a series by Casay. The collector's line was transferred over to a plate collection that raised money for the Save the Whales campaign. The theft now means the remaining paintings are less valuable.